Well, it's the end of summer 2021. As we approach Labor Day weekend in the United States of America, it's a holiday weekend where you have Monday off. As we approach that weekend, it marks the unofficial end of the summer. Technically, the end of the summer this year, 2021, is, I believe, September 22nd. And I'm sensitive that those around the world, they are on different seasonal schedules. So this may not apply to everyone who watches. But here in America, as we approach the finale, the unofficial finale of the summer, this was one of the interesting years of our lifetime. It wasn't as shocking as last year because, as a recap, in the summer of 2020, which was last year, we were still under major lockdowns. There was still a level of fear and anxiety. There was a lot of uncertainty. And summer 2021 was the year of reopening, pent up demand, uh, vaccines, trips. People took the trips that they wanted to take. People bought houses. People did everything they wanted to do the past year. They crammed it all into one summer. And I almost feel it was a very unhealthy summer because there was a force to enjoy themselves. And that's why I want to caution you. If you are basing your life on a summer vacation, you're not wrong, but that's not the way you want to live your entire life. You want to figure out a lifestyle where you have a daily routine that you enjoy your life on a daily basis. If you love the beach, don't wait for the summer. Move to Florida and make sure that you incorporate that as part of your daily routine. Adam says, "Good evening, Sam. I don't know how long I have been on here tonight because I had a 99.3 temperature. When I got home, not feeling the best. Well, I keep you in my prayers. I know you had got COVID this past year. Did you get the vaccine?" Um, DeSantos has said 93% of all people in the hospital are not vaccinated. So you still may get the coronavirus. The coronavirus is still out there. At the end of summer 2021, we have not gotten rid of the virus. We've accepted now we will live with this virus at some capacity for the rest of our lives. But the vaccines will keep the hospitals from becoming overflown, and there will be a certain level of herd immunity. Adam did not get the vaccine. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So, what I would say is, as we approach the end of the summer and we get into the fall, it'll be another test too to see long uh, how long we last as far as without another wave of infections. The Delta virus caused a spike, especially here in Florida at the end of the summer. I know several people that got it and people who didn't get the vaccine. I know some people, they got it, but they didn't get that sick when they had the vaccine. And so as we get to the fall and the winter, where the weather changes in just about every state except Florida, people now get the common cold again. And then so we'll see how that reacts. Kids are back to school. At the end of summer 2021, one difference this year versus last year, kids are back to school. Recently, a judge just knocked down DeSantos' order to prohibit masks from being enforced in the schools. And so masks are somewhat still enforced. Like I said, we'll probably have masking maybe forever at a voluntarily level in some capacity, and in some capacity mandate. And then obviously if we had another spike or another things, there may be a mandate vaccine. I mean, a lot of people forget that we still have mandated vaccines in our country no matter what. You can't just come here without certain vaccines. Pat, hey, get well soon, Adam. I agree. Prayer emoji. Yeah, so, also another thing as we approach the end of summer 2021, unemployment ends, extended unemployment, Labor Day, which is about a week from now. Forbearance has already begun to end. and we are getting ready to see what the economy will look like as all the stimulus stops. Okay, what is left? What's the new economy as we enter a new dimension of our country's history? Um, Again, in 1921, we had a pandemic. In 1921, we lost a lot of people. Okay, in 2021, we also had a pandemic. And so, some people forget to realize that's part of this world. So, how will our economy look? Okay, now that foreclosures are allowed, extended unemployment and stimulus are done. A lot of people did a lot of things on social media. Even me, the past year, social media was probably at its peak because people were forced inside. They had nothing to do but watch YouTube or consume social media. And so that was a great time to get into that. Now, I don't know, look, that's going to be part of our future no matter what to a certain degree. People are fixated on social media. And even me to a certain extent. Look, I enjoy to be around my phone, not people as much. So, but I would say, bug flies in here. Shit, I hate me some bugs. Damn it. I hate me them bugs. Fucking bastards. I'll tell you guys, I don't like bugs. Damn it. Pego, come get this bug. Bastard. This is live TV, guys. I go live every night. Click that thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you're not. Click the blue join button you want to enter the chat. Pat says, get well soon. Adam, thanks, Pat. Christina, love and prayers to you, Adam. Amen. Thank you for all the encouragement, Christina. Yeah, so, look, I was saying survive till September, okay? The past 2 months have shown, for the first time in over a year, I think, that pending home sales have gone down. Okay, the past 2 months, I think they've been negative 1% based on month growth. So we're going to see now too, with this, because right now the stock market today closed at all-time high at the end of summer 2021. In the summer of 2020, they said if Biden gets in, the economy would crash, stock market would crash. Right now, it's at the all-time high at the end of 2021. Real estate's at the all-time high. If you have a house right now, it's maybe the peak, maybe not. We don't know. No one knows the future. So now we have a reopened country. Still, there's still segments that need to be reopened. Even here in Florida, when we had the Delta variant spike a few weeks ago, they shut down the inside of Starbucks in many counties in Southeast Florida here. And so, again, we're still in this new normal, but to a big capacity, the country's reopened. Most people have either got COVID or know someone that's got it, know someone that got really sick, know someone that didn't get that sick, or know someone that died. Everyone has kind of figured out where we're at. Okay, and so where do we go from here? Okay. Like I said, well, if you were in the housing market, and you were able to be this patient, be a little bit more patient if you don't find what you want and it's not below your means. Because now that you got forbearance ending, you got extended unemployment benefits ending, and, the Fed has talked about now they will stop tapering, which means they'll stop buying mortgage-backed securities. That's what that means. The Fed controls the economy to a certain extent. And then after, they're not going to raise interest rates, though, yet. So, that's when the big wheel turns, So, but I think, it's fair to say as we approach September, we only got one more day in August as I make this. And we approach Labor Day weekend, the psychopaths, good to see it, Twisted. The psychopaths are going to be out in full force Labor Day weekend. They were out in full force in the summer of 2020. They went everywhere. They did everything. And they're going to be left unsatisfied in September because if they didn't make the foundational changes, their relationships, their career, where they live, they're going to end up back in their half-renovated house in the winter. And YouTube's going to be back on the peak. Don't let that be you. Okay. If you found out during the summer of 2020 that you don't like who you live with, where you live, and now it's the end of 2021 and all you did was go on a trip, but you didn't change the foundation, you're in for a cold winter, very cold. Okay. And so, Life is never, though, always the same. Time is like a river. You can never touch the same spot twice. So there's nothing we can do to freeze time. We can live life during the pandemic, after and before. I traveled up and down the East Coast. I used caution. I did get vaccinated. I struggled with that. I got vaccinated. I'm glad I did. But what does that all mean? Well, like I say, it's all individual. Everyone's life is individual, right? So what are your goals in your life? Like my goals are different. I saw a panhandler just before I went live. There were a couple. The guy was panhandling the street. The girl was panhandling in the gas station. Okay, and they were both working both ends, and they got money. So their goal is probably to get high and have extra to eat and then chill. What's my goal? Well, to read this super chat. Charles, $1.99 super chat. I like the camera angle and lights and background. Well, Charles, thank you, Charles. Appreciation number one. Number two, I am the director, the main character, and the producer of this channel. By the grace of God and through support, what I found is I don't do editing, and I don't purposely have certain backdrops. Some people do. I live in my car, live on the street. I know that 90% of people who live out of their car in the street, they have drug problems or mental problems. I see it. I recognize that the poor will always be among us. There's nothing you can do about it. So all you can do is have social programs, have empathy. But that's all you can do. And they're always going to be mad at you. I think, look, any of us can be born in certain circumstances. I thought about that today. Would my sister be homeless? Well, technically right now, guys, she's on one of my family members on government assistance. She's not homeless because she gets subsidized housing. So look, if you're homeless, you want to do drugs, you don't know you're not getting a social worker. I don't know. How did I get into that? Because this is what I see. And this is why the end of 2021, I may shift my lifestyle. Like I say that today, like really I could keep living in my car because it's really just, there's little things I don't like, but there's a lot I like. I may get an RV, but I think the real thing is kind of want a level of privacy. Because what I found is, it's just like pick your poison in life. You deal with the HOA or you deal with panhandlers. Now, look, yeah, you can start your car and leave the panhandlers. You can't leave the HOA. That's a fair point. But it's like you're not going to get away from people. So you just got to pick your poison. So my thoughts at the end of 2021 is I went, from living in a gated community to living in gas stations. I went, from doing nonprofit work to doing for-profit work. I went from the summer of 2020 to the summer of 2021, and I said human nature doesn't change to a big extent. Humans have certain characteristics, but humans can change. And there should always be opportunity, but that's their opportunity. I heard a lot of sob stories today on my comment section. Not a lot, a few. The bad ones always stick out. There's more positive. But there's a few people bitching and moaning like they can't do anything with their life. Well, hey, look, in 2021, whether you're a man, woman, child, whatever race, you have your own story. I can't speak to your story, but you also have a lot of opportunity. Because I've worked with just about everyone that spans the demographic of America. And I know people of every demographic that have done good for themselves and not good, and including in my own family. So I don't want to hear your sob story, number one. Number two, if you need help, well, work on yourself and people will help you. They will. Because at the end of 2021, what we learned is UBI is not productive without strings attached. Okay. Because if you just give everyone money to do nothing, you have no supply chain. Their mental health gets worse, and society doesn't get better. So if you want to give UBI, there has to be community service involved before you get it. You have to make maybe too, you get a government job and they'll give you an additional UBI bonus. So you got to tie something to it. You can't pay people to stay home. You can't, you know. Yeah, they end up like Britney Spears. I thought about that today. I said, if Britney Spears wasn't good looking and didn't have a family, would she be homeless? Because right now, if you look at Britney Spears, she would have filed for disability. I know a girl that was basically like Britney Spears, and like Britney Spears, she shaved her head and she moved to Tennessee. So, look, guys, as you get older, life gets harder. And but like, is it Britney Spears? Look, Britney Spears went from doing what she needed to do to stop doing what she needed to do, and it was her own fault. Okay, we can name a lot of people that are successful. Some kept doing it, some didn't. So I think we learn at the end of 2021, extended unemployment benefits have to end, and if we do UBI, it has to be tied to something. You do something. Okay. I think we also learned, okay, that, guys, we've had no foreclosures in over a year, and it's made housing more unaffordable. You know, the entry-level market, even rent has gone up. You got to have foreclosures because that's the natural cycle. You know, it's like now most people can't afford rent. Most people can't afford a house. So, you know, the answer is just not stopping consequence. The answer is, though, adding empathy in a society where you have a reward system and you also have a balanced system where, you know, again, there's empathy and opportunity if you fail. But there's only so much you can apply. You know, it's like then you have to pick it up. Okay. Because, you know, someone said to me today, well, you wouldn't understand. I said, well, you wouldn't understand when I worked in a ditch for 5 years. Where were you? You wouldn't understand that. Yeah. You were just sitting with your relatives talking about, you know, how hard it is or whatever you were talking to. So, you know, I don't want to hear that either. So, you know, what I've learned at the end of 2021 is that privacy is also important. You know, sharing your life's important. You know, I think about that too with a home base. You know, how much do I want to share? And I don't know, you know, I think about that, you know, because, you know, it's like when I started to live in my car, I didn't share that right away. I waited 6 months before I made my first video about living in a car. I didn't even share it with my father. So when you start something new, if you're going to get a divorce, I wouldn't share it with a lot of people. If you're going to live in your car, I wouldn't share it with a lot. If you're doing something where you're about to change your life, I wouldn't share it. Because they're going to give you a thumbs down no matter what. You're never going to make them happy. You can give people UBI. You can give people a free house. I have a family member. Everything they ever wanted, they got. They're still unthankful. So I have seen through the human spirit, you can give them everything. They're still unthankful. Okay. That doesn't mean you should make people suffer for no reason. But that means you should do what you need to do and not feel guilty. Okay. Because what I've learned in life is that survive and thrive. Survive to the end of 2021, okay, where things will get back a little bit to normal now. Kids are back in school. Society is regulating itself a little bit. And we'll see where we end up. I've learned that parking under a tree breeds more bugs. Okay. Don't park under a tree. Even though the backdrop is nice, you don't want to park under a tree. I learned that. I already knew that, but I learned that again. So that's it, guys. Now we're going to go to all members' comments. Click the thumbs up, share the video, leave a message. Let's say so positive. Guys, I'm going to try my best, even when once in a while I'm going to let loose because I know people enjoy that too. People like MMA. But I'm going to act so fake positive that even when I see nasty comments, nasty people, I'm going to fake it so much because actually people also don't want to hear negativity. So even though like I really have some hate to share, I'm just going to smile. Because when in doubt, smile and show up. And when in doubt, keep it to yourself. Why? Because remember, guys and girls, your life. Okay. And when you really get in a pinch, when you're in an emergency room, even if your family comes to visit you, you're thankful. It's just you to a certain extent. So you have to do what you have to do for you. Okay. Adam, again, feel better. Pat, go. Love to you. Christina, thank you for all your comments. Twista, Says, rest up, Adam. Charles, thank you again, brother, for that love and that graciousness. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you feel well. Love to you, brother. Shout out to Tampa. Shout out to everyone on the West Coast. I love you. Yeah, so 20 minutes, 20 minutes I've been on here. I always say, guys, show up. Why? Because if you don't, what'd you do? Take care of yourself first, though, because, you got to take care of yourself. But you got to figure out what you got to do for your life, whether it's your job, your health, because, if you just going to rest and sleep, they ain't going to answer your problems. You're going to have worse. Freedom. Hello, brother. Freedom Mobile Living. How you feeling, brother, at the end of 2021? Look, I think we peaked out with DoorDash and all that. I think it's still going. Those who are top dashers, those who accept 90% of their deliveries, they'll always get money on the gig economy as long as it exists, and they'll always figure out how to get money. Those who are cherry pickers who have a 10% rating, they're, in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before they don't make any money on the gig economy, and they have such bad habits they can't carry anything over to the real economy. So Freedom Mobile Living, keep that those good habits, and best of luck to you in entrepreneurship. Roger Sean, Sam. I saw a car lifer at 7-Eleven who parked under a tree. His red color car was now white with hints of red. Yeah, parking by any vegetation. I learned this going to state parks too. When you park by a tree or by a bush, this is where all the ants live. The bugs, the spiders, the whatever, the flying shits. So park in the concrete jungle. The only problem is I had to move around. Why? Because there was a lot of panhandlers today. And guys, I don't want to be around chaos, anarchy. So, like I said, guys, you buy a home base, that's what you're buying. You're buying a sanctuary. Do you need to buy a home base? No, guys, I live on the road forever. It's not that hard as long as I'm a health and a level of youth. But, I don't know. It's just a trade-off, man. But I think you guys know, look, we're doing something soon, or maybe not, who knows, but at the end of 2021, am I closer to a home base? Well, closer than 2020, closer than any year I've been on the road. I think I can confidently say that. Do I regret any home base I not buy? Yeah, there's two I regret. One I could have got last year, right at the end of 2020, because the country was still in lockdown. No one was buying houses at a mass level yet. I could have bought one, but I didn't know what the future was going to hold either. I was a little nervous. And then the condo, I still regret a little bit, but I have mixed feelings. Thank you, Roger, Sean. Thank you, Freedom. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Twister, Christina, Adam, Patgro. Yeah, guys, it's another summer in the books. Okay, that's it. I hope you got your funnel cake. I hope you got everything you wanted out of the summer, because now I know people get excited about fall. They get excited about the change of season because people need variety to a certain degree. For me, do I need variety? Well, I do like a little bit of fall weather. I'll enjoy going to see my mom when I go see her. But I enjoy Florida mainly. That's true. I really hate driving out of the state. I really do. Really get uninspired. But it's fun. It's fun to take a little trip though. Once you get going, you got to break you got to get out there a little bit once you get on the road. But look, the more years you're on the road, it's it's just like anything else you do a period of time. Like I say, after 4 years of high school, you're ready to graduate. After 4 years of college, you're ready to graduate. After 4 years of a relationship, you may be ready to break up. Stay single, in my opinion, do what you want. So, there's so much I can share. How's this Wi-Fi, guys? Let me know in the comments section. Because I feel like maybe in this spot, the Wi-Fi was a little glitchy on my laptop. But you let me know. Sometimes I get frustrated. That's what I think about with a home base. I got to have stable Wi-Fi. Because with the RV lot, I'm saying, well, I'll still go live from the gas station, and then I'll go to the RV lot. From the beach bungalow, I say I'll probably go from the beach bungalow. But I don't know. I mean, either one now, I think, as long as I probably have to figure out something with Wi-Fi. Because if I get a home base, part of the equation is I want less time in public. I want less time on the road. So that's true. ESP, it's going in and out. Yeah, that sucks. But the Wi-Fi is okay. Thank you, ESP. Yeah, it's so frustrating as a YouTuber. I know there's certain good spots, but anyone who's a nomad knows that those spots are not yours. You're not entitled to your parking spot because these are public places. So I know where the best Wi-Fi is, but sometimes there's a clusterfuck over there. And so now I got to move. You got 5 panhandlers, okay? And it's like, one thing is sad about watching the panhandle life is that, you can tell there's a mental problem and drug problem, but they get the money. They get the $20 and they act nice. They give, they're like real nice to the people that got the money. And then they come back to their friends that are panhandling too. And they go, oh, I got it. It's like, they were telling this other person a big story and they believed it. And I've been there, so I understand. But it's sad to see like them do that. And then it's like, they weren't really like, I don't know, man. It's just sad. But, I think that's why, living on the road a certain amount of time too make you cold-hearted. Because, you just see, you see a lot of humanity. And I don't think you want to see too much humanity. It's like even if you live with someone you love, you don't want to walk around naked 24/7. Okay? Because even if both people look good, it's like you don't want to see, you want to have a level of decency. When you live in your car on the road full time for many years and you're not, you see a lot of humanity. And, it's like, once in a while, like pull your drawers up, so, Christina says Wi-Fi is okay here in Fort Wayne. Well, shout out to you, Christina. Thank you again for sharing your stories today on the comment section. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't know. What does the future hold? What does the winter of 2021 and soon it'll be 2022? What does it hold? Well, I think, as a society, I think steady as she goes, more openings, probably more full capacity. Thank you, Twista. I think personally, again, it's a personal choice. Like Twista got something different than ESP. I know ESP is thinking about, will she leave Alaska for the winter? That's probably a big thing on her spirit. Twista's in college. Freedom on Living's an entrepreneur. Rideshare Sean's going through his own things. Adam's sick right now. Pat goes in the woods. Pat goes can't be in the woods much longer. It's going to get cold. And, Christina's bouncing around. So, everyone's got their story, right? And that's the thing. We all kind of write our story each day. But at least the pen is a little bit more in your hand this year than last year. Last year, again, no one felt like they can decide what they want to do. So this year, everyone forced themselves on vacations. And now the reality is back to everyday life. And, but I think there'll be a new appreciation just for the everyday monotony of life. If people can go to a restaurant and get their stress relief, they may not need to get a divorce. Do I recommend that? Guys, it doesn't matter what I recommend. You do whatever you want. But I think, that's what society needs. They need an outlet for stress. So that's why you got to have restaurants. You got to have bars, clubs, vacations. These are what people do to get away from their stresses. Now, again, I recommend you try to build a life without stress, but I just got stressed out by dealing with panhandlers. I've been stressed out the past couple nights. So there's no perfect life, You're just trying to figure it out as you go. So that's kind of my overall message. I'll take a hydration break. If you guys want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I'm going to smile every time. This is my new discipline, because it's a discipline. Every time I feel like saying something negative or harsh, I'm going to do like this. And I'm going to get more probably viewers and more subscribers, because when people watch you, other than a few demonic trolls, when people watch you, they don't want to feel like they're getting yelled at. Now, I'm going to yell at you sometimes. And I know you guys like to see the intensity sometimes. But I'm going to do like this. I'm going to pander. And I'm going to just do like this. And I'm going to say, how are you doing? Because like I said, guys, when you're totally in doubt, smile and just shut up. And just go like this. People, I don't know why. I can understand why people like that. Oh, super chat. See, it works. Robert, $5. I think it's going to be a tough winter. Like a dog on a combo lock, it's going to be rough. Well, I don't know. I'm going to smile because I know a couple people that had a dog and then they put an electric shock chain around their neck. Or they had a Great Dane and they put spikes that dig into the necks of a dog. So, I understand. And all I can tell you is this. I pray for positivity. Look at me do like this. This is how I'm going to do it. So I believe it's going to be a positive winter. Okay. I believe in positivity. Okay. Guys, I'm on a whole new wave. Okay. For the end of 2021. Yeah, I'm just going to smile. Okay. And I don't know. That's how I feel. Rideshare Sean, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Rideshare Sean, thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you again, Charles. Thank you, Twister. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, ESP. Thank you, Freedom Living. Thank you, Pago. Thank you, Adam. Guys, this is working. I feel like it's working. So, I don't know. Twister, add a filter to, yeah, this is a good comment. Add a filter to the Smake Smile. You really give it to kill them. Twister, damn it, you're way beyond your college years. Let me see if I can add a nice filter. The bubbles, we got to get the bubbles is the filter for that. There's no question about that. Guys, I want everyone to be happy. I just want you to relax, and I want you to do the best you can in life. If you're having a bad time, I understand. Remember, you're on your own journey. Don't be too hard on yourself. We made it through another summer, and for that, I know we should be thankful. I know sometimes we still hate life. I will still be honest, even though I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be honest. Thank you, Twister. Thank you. Christina says, for me, winter is a good time to make money. That makes me smile. Looking forward to filling my little bags. That makes you smile. What we learned at the end of 2021, you always have to have a economic system that rewards productivity. Because if you reward nothing, then everyone does nothing and you have no supply chain. And now I'm not against UBI, but you have to tie it to community service. I'm not against retirement early, but you gotta tie it to, like, you work 20 years and you're out, like a cop or like a military. You do 20 years in the workforce and then you're out. So you gotta tie it to something, because you gotta have nurses, you gotta have truck drivers, you gotta have people working in stores, or else, guys, you don't have anything. You don't have a country. So, again, we were in unprecedented times. But people need to do something with their lives, okay? So, even if it's to be creative, even if it's to draw, to paint, or do a video, something, okay? So that's the thing, guys, you don't have to go work in a ditch. You don't have, but you got to do something, okay? So, let's stay positive. Freedom Mobile Living, you sure stir my thoughts. So thank you, brother. You've been very, very positive to me, Freedom. That's not a fake smile. You've been very, all my vast majority of viewers, certainly the members, and everyone who graciously tips me, everyone who watches, period. I know I've been fortunate to connect with you. Now, I know I put in the work and I share and the grace of God. But like I tell you, in anything in life, you do the work, you still need people to give you opportunity and to support you. Ultimately, like I say, guys, support yourselves. This is a creative venture. And what I've tried to communicate on my journey in YouTube is that you can only be your creative self if you have other means to make an income. If not, your creativity and your honesty will shrink. Now, that doesn't mean, though, your revenue will always grow. Because I made a calculated decision that if my revenue doesn't grow, I don't need YouTube. Now, it has grown, especially with the pandemic, but it can go down. It's a creative thing. It's not like a salary job. And so, but you enjoy the journey. I mean, am I tired of YouTube at the end of 2021? It's like any job. It's like, I get up, you make a video every day, you go live every day. I don't care if you're having sex every day or getting a blowjob every day. You guys get tired of everything, so, but you don't just quit. You have to do the pros still outweigh the cons. Okay. It's like, you're an entrepreneur, Freedom Living. Like Elon Musk has given many interviews where he says, look, an entrepreneur, you're actually going to feel more pain than a regular worker, but you're going to have more passion for the company than maybe being a regular worker. So that's the whole purpose of, you start your own business. It's not that you're going to have less work. It's that you may be more intense about the work because you're passionate and you're trying to create income through your passion. So, Freedom, Twister, bubbles are perfect. Yeah. The bubbles were good. Is life good? It all depends when we're asked that question. Life is certainly not perfect, but we try to make it our best. Christina says she agrees. Thank you, Christina. You've been a blessing in my life. As always, guys and girls, you just remember, you go on with your life. It's awesome when we connect, but I know that everything has a season. I know some of us, we may be with each other for a long time, some of us not. And as I get more mature, I try to, every day I try to remind myself to let go of anything I'm clinging on to too much. Because in my mistakes in my life, sometimes you hold on to something too much, you don't want it to change, and you steal the joy of the time you have it. Just enjoy what you have when you have it, okay? Try not, as best you can, try not to worry about tomorrow. Certainly plan for tomorrow, but try not to worry about tomorrow. Because the more you plan for tomorrow, the more you do what you got to do each day, you don't take a nap, you don't have to worry too much about tomorrow. Depending, there's always exceptions. And I think I brought home the message about naps. I don't even think I have to give that sermon anymore. I don't even think I have to give another post about naps. I think the message has been gotten. I felt it today. So now we go on to the next thing. What's after naps? Well, now you're awake. Okay. So when you don't take a nap, guys, now you're awake, you're more productive. When you're more productive, you're going to be more successful, more alert. When you take a nap, you're less productive, you're less wealthy, and your mental health is worse. So, guys, I changed the world. I changed the world if I got at least one person to either stop taking naps or seriously limit the naps. I changed their life. And it wasn't me, it's the grace of God and what I learned through my own experience. One thing about living in your car, guys, it forces you to keep it moving. Now, it doesn't have to, because I see some sloths who, I saw someone living on a bike that fucking just plopped over on the lawn and took a nap. Fuck, guys. I see a lot on the road, So I guess you can take a nap anywhere, even if you live on a bike. It's true. So, this is what I guess they don't teach in school. So let's take a hydration break. Click that thumbs up. Leave a comment. Share the video. The end of 2021. It felt like a long time coming this summer. It felt like at times people were trying to force their fun. But they had a lot of pent-up demand. And now, I don't even think the fun's going to end, because I think people want to go back to a normal fall. Because even last year wasn't a normal fall. Where their kids go to school and on the weekend they can go out to dinner. Guys, like what we've learned is people just want to be able to maybe do their job during the week and then go out to eat on the weekend and just, that's it. That's their life. But when they can't even have that, then there's craziness. Mark, what's up, brother? Cartoon Mark's in the house. He goes, neighbors have closed their pools. Oh, this is upstate New York talk. He goes, neighbors have closed their pools in upstate New York. And the ice cream parlors, wow, have closed for the season here in Albany, New York. Staying positive. Mark, your days in upstate New York are numbered. Your days in Spring Lake are just beginning. Okay. So keep that vision in front of you. Scout the land. And I'll tell you right now, some people say, Sam, how did you live in your car in New Jersey for 2 winters? I said, well, 2 things. One is I was so inspired to, for the first time in my adult life, not have any responsibility other than, paying for my food or whatever. I had no house bills, and that was inspiring. It was a relief. And then the other thing was, I wasn't just doing it to do it. I had the vision of Florida. And that gave me a lot of passion in the cold nights in my car. So, Mark, you keep that passion of Port St. Lucie. You keep that passion of your pension. Every day you show up, you get closer to your pension cash out. And always try to be alert to see if you can get down here before, maybe you're 65 or whatever. I love you, brother. Very proud of everything you've accomplished this year. You've grown your YouTube channel. You got over 500 subs. That's nothing to be taken lightly. Like, guys, I remember it was a big obstacle to get to 100 subs. I didn't inherit my channel. I worked for it. Like anyone can create a YouTube channel. So some people say, I can't do this. Well, guys, And you say, well, I got a disability. I see people with more subscribers than me that got a disability. So I don't want to hear your excuse. And if you got 5 profiles, you know how to create profiles. You can create a YouTube channel. So I don't buy that either, that there's, you can't do anything. I don't. So you could do something. But like I said, guys, I remember it was a struggle to get the 100 subs. And I had some local people I knew support me, and I appreciate them. And, then I wanted to quit when I got to like 103 subs. Because I was like, man, this ain't going nowhere. Then I got to 500, and then 1,000 was like the big milestone. And then when I got to 2,000, I went into an algorithm where I got like 3,000 subs like in 3 months. Like I just did. And, that's what happens in YouTube. You got to keep showing up, blows to the body, blows to the body. Once in a while, you get a viral video and you get your videos recommended more and more. You don't become rich overnight, but over time, you build your channel. If you're consistent, and if you have some content, my biggest viewed videos are not about me personally. They are about RV reviews. But my other thousands of videos about me personally and my journey, that's what gets people into my channel, because I have a catalog of videos. It's like, yeah, they may have learned about me through one video, but then other videos are recommended. That's your catalog, that's your work. And then that's what grabs people in, because that's something to offer. And that's why, guys, like, you show up every day, not because something's going to happen overnight, but you got to have a catalog. You got to have something that when people see you, there's other things. Like, now I'm not just talking about YouTube. That's an example, but same thing with art. Like, if you were an artist and you got discovered, if you don't have a catalog of drawings, whatever. Like, if you're an electrical contractor and you don't have any recommendations, any reviews online, it's not easy to get a job. But the more you do, the more reviews you have, the more catalog, then success builds on success. A nap builds on depression and poverty. And so, now look, again, if you're elderly, my mom, 73, she still works part-time cleaning houses. Okay. And she takes a nap. If you're 73 and you're still cleaning houses, you can take a nap. Okay, but if you're 43, okay, take a nap. You gotta be careful. Okay. Christina, Cartoon Mark, find a buzzy restaurant, go indoors. Yeah, as we approach, well, most restaurants are still open. Like I say, Starbucks isn't down here. But, I remember that seasonal pain up north. Like, I remember going to visit the Jersey Shore in the winter, and they were getting ready to shut down completely. And I talked to a local, and I said, man, this is a really nice town, because, I didn't grow up on the beach. I grew up inland. And I said, man, it'd be great to live here all year round. And he goes, this will always be a seasonal town. $4.99 super chat, Rod Share Sean. You helped me to get rid of my storage unit. Praise the Lord. And I was able to help many family members move by you explaining the use of contractor bags. Thank you. Rideshare Sean, thank you for applying the principles to your life to improve your life. If you're not paying for a storage unit, that's another $100 to $200 right in your pocket. You just increased your revenue. You decreased your expenses. You decreased your stress. That's a better quality life. And you formed a habit that if you don't use something, you don't need it in your life. A lot of people, they have relationships. They're like a storage unit. They have no purpose, but they just keep them lingering. And if you have been able to help others find the principle of throw out, don't sell. Don't try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, throw it out. Because if you try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, you're going to die there. Guys, you have to be so serious about your future that you don't sell your past. You throw it out. Guys, I throw out my past and I step into my future. Rideshare Sean, God bless you, brother. Keep doing your thing. Very proud of you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, man. I learned that lesson. I remember being in my closet trying to downsize and get myself ready, get myself positioned to move to Florida. How do you get yourself positioned to move? You have to liquidate, consolidate, and stay flexible. And keep an income. Pick up a side income. Why? because you want a lot of power and leverage because you're about to take a lot of risk. Okay. So the last thing you need to do is decrease your revenue, keep your expenses, and not know what to do. You ain't gonna make no traction. Twister, if I didn't throw out my extra stuff, I pawned it for whatever they gave me. That's a great way to go. All you psychopaths out there buying gold and silver, you may have never visited the pawn shop where they don't give you, what the stock ticker of gold gives. They give you wholesale value, meaning pennies on a dollar. If you have physical gold or silver, guys, a gold portfolio where it's based off the stock ticker or the ETF for gold is more valuable than physical gold. And if you don't believe me, you've never visited a pawn shop with gold. When you visit a pawn shop, if gold is, let's just say gold's at 2,000, they're not going to give you 2,000 for however much weight is in the gold. They're going to give you they're going to give you a half of that because they got to buy it at wholesale and then resell it with a markup. Guys, buying physical gold and silver is you betting that the country will collapse and physical gold will be better than anything else. And if that happens, you got bigger problems, okay? So it's like you're basically betting that your life's going to get so hard that your only salvation will be to go to a safe and get physical gold so you can be one of the last psychopaths around until you get killed for it. Guys, you also must have never spent time in the street, okay? Because no matter how tough you are, no matter how many guns you have, there's always some psychopath that don't care and they want to take your stash. Okay? You don't understand life. So, I did that calculation with the vaccine. I know, either way, it's really not a great choice. You either get the vaccine or you get COVID without the vaccine. And no matter what, guys, whether it's biological weapons or whether it's Bill Gates or whether it naturally occurred, either way, it's just tough. But I played worst case scenario. I said, let's say this vaccine is totally garbage and it's going to destroy you. And again, Trump took the vaccine, DeSantis, all the congressmen except for two, half of the country. So you're basically saying Trump, DeSantis, half the country is going to die. The other half of the country, and we already know a lot of people don't worry. Now you got maybe a quarter of society left that's actually functional, rational people. Guys, you might as well die with the vaccine. Okay. I ran that calculation in my mind. I used to work at a company where they had what they call, it's like the White House. They call it a war room and a peace room. The war room was to map out the worst case scenario, okay, so that you could be prepared as possible. The worst case scenario for the vaccine is it kills everyone who got it. If that's what happens, okay, the government collapses because just about everyone in the government got it, plus Trump, plus DeSantis. Half of society's going to die or be seriously crazy. Half of the world's going to be crazy because people throughout the world got it also. Then out of the half of people that are still here, a certain percentage of them are psychopaths. Man, a certain percentage of them are good, right people. But now, guys, you're basically going to live the rest of your life in total anarchy. I had a guy write me a comment. His tag name was Anarchy on Wheels. I always say, guys, a tag name to me says a lot. So, look, some of you may want that life. To me, I'm like, guys, I wasn't even too impressed with life before the COVID. I mean, come on, guys. So, let's stay positive. I'm going to smile now. Let's smile a little bit, all right? Let's stay positive. Twister said they gave me $20 for my Xbox 360. Shout out to the Xbox. Bill Gates invented Xbox 360. It's a Microsoft program. Bill Gates invented Excel spreadsheets, Word documents. That's the reason you can sell your house, basically, without signing anything now. Bill Gates invented Microsoft Teams, virtual chat, work remotely. Guys, Bill Gates did more for society than most people who think Bill Gates is Satan. Now, maybe he is Satan, but he also has helped more people than you ever will. So, remember when people bash Bill Gates? Maybe he was a Satanist. Maybe he is. But if we measure people by what they've done with their life, not what we think they are, he has done more for society than most people. Okay? So, it's like, guys, do you want to live in a world, okay, where someone who isn't doing anything and hates Bill Gates runs the world? Oh, you want to extend unemployment again, huh? Okay. Yeah, welcome to that world. I don't want to live in that world, guys. Nope. Pat Go. Sam, if you move to the country, you will see neighbors who need help, and you will need help sometimes. I'm sure there will be neighbors who want to help you. Well, thank you, Pat. No, look, even if I move, to the beach, I'm an overall friendly person. Those who've met me in person know this. And look, if I needed help or someone needed help, I'm not ashamed of doing that. But I always try not to ask for help if I don't need it. And obviously, if someone's in dire need, I'd help. But if a panhandler is trying to raise $20 for drugs, I'm not helping. And I see that in the countryside too. So, but I get your point, Pat, and I agree with you. Jack, $1.99 super chat. Yes, let's stay positive. Almost got you fired up. Jack, I've turned a new leaf, Jack. I don't even know if I can do the Biden filter tonight. I apologize for that. I want to do the bubbles again, Jack. Tonight is a night where I'm spreading love as we get to the end of 2021 summer, the summer end. I feel I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at. I want to pray for Adam. Adam's sick. Let's pray for him. He's got a fever. I want to say thank you to everyone who watches me. Pat's been giving me a lot of insight on country life. Yeah, if I get that country lot, I think I can handle it. Look, guys, I spent, I've been giving a test run to all the home base options. And I've been spending time there. I've been talking to locals. But I still be staying to myself 90% of the time. So if I do the country lot, I'm still going to be on the road a little bit because I got to commute. And one says that's good because I don't want to become a hermit. But the beach side will give me a lot more walking and a lot less driving. So I got to see. But I feel grateful that I'm even here as far as the position I'm in. Okay. And so I'm very thankful. Jack, looks like Bob Wells. Well, Bob Wells taught me the bubbles. Bob Wells, who is the ultimate capitalist, I respect him for his capitalist ways. He taught me that, look, the best way to capitalize off living in your car is to have a YouTube channel, number one. Number two is write a book. I don't do that. I already did that. Number three is have a nonprofit. I don't do that. I already had that. And number four is to become an elitist Hollywood movie star. I don't do that. YouTube's enough for me. However, I respect Bob Wells. I'm joking a little bit. He's helped a lot of people with certain things. So I do respect the work. He's putting the work. So we may have different opinions on some things, but I still respect him. Everyone has a different gift. Even people like I disagree with on certain things. Look, guys, I don't think I'm God. I don't think I'm always right. I may act like that way sometimes as far as like I block people, I boundary up. But I'm a realist, guys. I know that I'm flawed, that I'm human. I've been through enough in life. I've been broken. I've been humiliated. I've also, had some success in my own way. And so I just have a fair evaluation where I'm not going to be guilt tripped by someone, but I'm also not going to beat my chest that I'm better than someone. I'm just doing me. And Bob Wells, he doing him. He did good for himself. Thank you, Jack. Pago. Looks like Bob Villa. Well, Bob Villa's Satan. Bill Gates is God and Bob Villa's Satan. Why? Because Bob Villa taught you to do renovations to improve your life. Bill Gates taught you to play Xbox, to do a spreadsheet for your budget, and to use Microsoft Teams to work remotely. And he gave you the vaccine, which basically reopened the summer. Guys, we wouldn't be reopened without the vaccine. It's fact. So, it's like, all I can tell you is I thank God for Bill Gates. Okay. Because if we didn't have Bill Gates and we had more conspiracy theorists, what would we have? We would have more Alex Jones. Guys, is that the world you want to live in? Where everyone acts like Alex Jones, not like Bill Gates? They sell you vitamin water. They're drunk. They get divorced. Their children hate them. One of their children is going to end up just like them, screaming, crazy. And there's no vaccine. There's just guns, alcohol, and conspiracies. Hey guys, look, I mean, we can have that too, but let's also have Bill Gates. Okay, everyone plays a part, guys. So thank you, Bill Gates. Let's take a hydration break. I had some girl, I hate to say his name, and no disrespect. I'm not gonna say. I want to stay positive. I was gonna say let's stay positive. Sam, look at me do like this. Yeah, let's stay positive. I want to stay positive. I know you want to hear it, but I'm gonna stay positive. And again, guys, when I give my opinions, I know people that I totally love in real life that haven't got the vaccine, that don't like Bill Gates. So there's no disrespect. But I'm also going to be myself. I'm not going to be, I respect people. This is my channel. I mean, but in my personal space in my life, I'm going to be myself. Okay. Like someone told me the other day, well, they shouldn't have told you that. I told them, look, you don't have to worry about me. I'm my own man. I'm going to make my own damn decision. Okay. So, guys, I'm a 41-year-old man. Okay. I've lived on my own, even though I've gotten help throughout life. I don't want to act like I didn't get help. But I've lived on my own, guys, since, my early 20s. So I've worked since I could legally work. I'm not someone, I've certainly been shy. I've certainly been down. But I'm not someone that needs to be spoon-fed to a certain degree. Okay. I'm not someone who is insecure where I need the approval of, can I do this? So I don't want to come in your house and tell you what to do. If I see you in public, I'm going to show you respect and I'm going to love you, and vice versa. But this is just a creative space. Like, even if I invited someone over my house and we had totally different philosophies, well, one is I probably would never invite someone over my house. Well, maybe for a quick visit. But, look, guys, I got to be myself. That's bottom line. People don't like it, guys. We're probably not going to be friends 4 years from now anyway. Let's be honest. I know life. So I'm not going to hold on too tight. But Sam, you should replace Fauci. I love Dr. Fauci as the main COVID correspondent. Yeah, guys, I mean, I want to get less. One is thank you for that compliment. But I kind of want to get less public and more private. So, I share with you guys, one thing I hate about YouTube is I hate that I like to be to myself. I think how my life would be different if I had all my privacy. But I don't want to be like Kylie Jenner. Like, I don't want to be famous, but then I make my billions selling lip gloss to all the ugly chicks. Like, I know that I've been fortunate to make YouTube work, and part of that fortune is because I'm willing to sacrifice a level of privacy. But I say all that to say, I don't know if I want to go too public at this point. I would want to wait till I'm older and I'm totally like at the end of the rope. But we'll see what happens. Thank you. Your vaccine logic is spot on. Yeah. Yeah, look, guys, you're either going to get COVID and take your chances without it and spread it throughout the country, because I know you love the country. Trump got the vaccine, DeSantis, but you don't think it's helpful for the country to take the vaccine. You think it's better that we go back to war. So let's just stay positive. But let's say you don't get the vaccine. Okay. Let's say you do homeschooling. Guys, you don't want to be like the Amish. Okay. I want to tell you a story about the Amish. I love the Amish, but let me tell you a story about them. Okay. The Amish make quality RVs. They're very disciplined. They've been homeschooled their entire life. I'm going to do a whole separate life on this. But if you get the Amish outside their little community, they don't know how to function. They could build one hell of an RV, but they don't know how to do Uber. They don't even know what Uber is. They don't know about social skills. They can't even wear a bikini and go enjoy themselves. They don't have freedom. When you've been homeschooled, you've been deprived. You only got one voice. You only got one input, your parent. Okay? And your parent should have the majority of influence, but you're in a community. You're in a country. You're in a shared country. If you love your country, you can't isolate yourself. And so if you're in this country, and guys, we're like a computer chip. You need a lot of input to process to form decisions. If you only have one voice, your parent, that's good for a certain level of your life, but you need other voices to form a well-rounded mind. You don't want to be like the Amish. You've only heard a few voices, and you can build the hell out of an RV, but that's all you can do. That and produce more babies, and you just go through the cycle. Guys, it's a fucking cult, in my opinion. Just like Christianity, Judaism, Muslim, anyone. When you just get this one voice, this is not the voice of America. America's diversity. Okay. You know, now look, if you want to homeschool your kids, homeschool them. But what I want to tell you is this. Have you ever been homeschooled? Okay. And everyone I've known that lives that isolated life, I don't know, man. It's like they have a certain level where they're very happy kids, but then they face life. Okay, because what if you die? See, this is what you understand as a parent. What if you die? I've seen it. Or what if your kid has to go into the real world eventually? A lot of times they're underdeveloped, man. Now, I wouldn't recommend you throw your kids out to the wolves too young. Because, you know, there's been certain things I've seen in life where I say, oof, you know. So, I don't know, guys. I don't have kids. I recommend you don't have kids. I recommend you get the vaccine and become impotent. Okay. So, or at least not impotent. I don't know why I'm, what's the right word? Not impotent, sterile. Yes, sterile. That's what I want to hear. Hal, I love you. We're going to comments. These are my opinions tonight. Okay. My opinion is, if you live in a country, you're part of a country. Now, you're individual, but there is a balance between individuality and shared community. You can go live in the countryside with no one. Okay. What Pat Go says, they live in a country. You're going to need your neighbors at one time. Okay. So, and what my experience in life, I've known some people from the country. Guys, they don't have a diverse perspective because they've only been grown up with people with a certain perspective. I grew up around people of all demographics, and there's assholes in every demographic. And I'm not saying my way is the only way someone should be raised. I'm just trying to say that, like, when I see people live in a country and say this is God's country, that's false. Why would you say that? Only because you've been taught that. But the God's country is in the middle of the sea too. Did God not to create the whole world? Where do you get that philosophy? From your parents. You regurgitate what your parents taught you. That's it. That's all you know. Anything else is blasphemy. Guys, you've been brainwashed. You've been homeschooled. Yeah, you've been homeschooled. Okay. And now look at you. You could build one hell of a RV, but you can't back up a Chrysler. Okay. You don't even know what the fucking beeping is. That's your backup rearview mirror. Okay. What I want to tell you tonight is this world is on a tilt. Okay. Earth's on a tilt. Now, you may have not known that if you've been homeschooled. You may still think the earth is flat. Okay. So, guys, this world is a whole nother dimension. Okay. And I don't even know what dimension we're in. Sometimes people say, Sam, give me a teaching on all the dimensions. And I tell you, guys, you know I'm making this shit up, right? Like most people throughout history make up shit like that. Like, who was that guy who invented Scientology? L. Ron Hubbard? He was a legit psychopath. It's documented. He had mental illness. He created a whole religion. Tom Cruise totally brought into it. Guys, I could tell you anything and sound good and come up with like, yeah, I'm L. Ron Hubbard. I'm a Scientologist. I'm a this, I'm a that. Go start Christianity. Go start Islam. Guys, you know Muhammad basically was like R. Kelly. You know he dated a 14-year-old, married her. Okay. You know Moses was a killer. You know Jesus said he wasn't even really good. Now, do you know these things? Or do you just regurgitate whatever your parents tell you? Guys, there's a whole nother world outside your local CVS. And if you haven't gone to your local CVS to get vaccinated, you don't love the country. Nah, I'm just playing. You can do whatever you want. Now, it's not like the mandated vaccines like measles, okay, polio, etc., where we have mandated vaccines. Okay, this one's not mandated yet. Okay, so guys, I don't know what dimension you're in. Okay, I don't know if you know human history. Okay, I don't know if you know in 1921 we went through the same thing, guys. Basically, I don't know if you know, okay, that there are mandated vaccines. Okay, now you can homeschool your kid. Okay, but are you a doctor, a scientist, a mathematician, or do you build RVs? Okay? Because, guys, we live in a world where none of us know everything. Okay? So it's going to be very hard to tell someone everything because none of us know everything. You need a lot of input. Okay? You say inspirational nomad. What are we talking about now? I felt the spirit, and I had to go with the spirit. I hope that you can understand that. Thank you for being patient with me. All right, let me take a hydration break. We're going back to live comments. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. I love you. Back to live comments. Hal, I love you, brother. I've been praying. I was Hal, and there's no joke. There's not pandering. I prayed for you when I woke up this morning because I know how it is. You've been off for work for the past couple of days. You've been sick. You didn't have to go to the hospital, which is good, but you were sick. And so now the first day back is always the hardest. I was praying for you, though. He goes, my man Sam, the summer came and went. Definitely didn't wait for anyone. Hal, this summer you got a new job in the medical industry. You did great for yourself. Okay. Very proud of you and everything you accomplished. Christina, you're somewhat reserved, but you can handle just about everything. Thank you, Christina, for your love. You're a very positive, strong woman, very smart, too. I know by your comments. And so never sell yourself short, Christina. I can tell that you have a lot of value. Hal, first day back was tough. I know I was praying for you. I believe in prayer. I don't believe in religion as much, but I still believe in a level of faith. I do. But what got me through was how much my presence was missed. Hal, you're a champion, man. Hal, man, you're such a positive person. You have more patience than me. You know, like I say, I'm probably not the best person to teach on certain subjects. Hal probably is better to teach about certain things than me. So, that's the thing, guys. Like, again, when you're delusional, you think you know everything. And you think you're the one to teach everyone everything. When you're humble, which should be a spiritual principle you practice in your life, no matter what religion, you recognize, guys, that, you need other perspectives. Now, again, in your personal house, do whatever you want. In my channel, I do whatever I want. But prepare yourself. Guys, I told you the story about me getting pulled over by the cop, about me meeting people in the street. And I always tell you how I very much have to be under self-control and a different mindset than when I'm going live voicing my opinions. Because I recognize the other perspectives and pitfalls in shared community. And I have to navigate life. Okay. So to navigate life, I have to understand life. To understand life is to understand human nature and all the perspectives of it. It doesn't mean I agree with all of them. I probably disagree with most. But guys, I have to live in this world. Okay. I don't really like this world. I mean, I have it better than most people. I'm thankful. And anyone in a developed country has it better than most people. Thankful. But I understand everyone has their own story. So if I have to share with you, for you to navigate the world, you have to understand how to deal with human nature. Now, most of you do. You're not dummies. Okay. Some of you have traveled across the world more than me. So you're not dumb. Okay. You're maybe smarter than me in certain ways. So But what I want to tell you, I know people who have traveled the world, okay, but it's like the same thing as traveling the country. I know people that have traveled the country, and guys, they don't have some common sense. It's not just the miles you put on your passport or your vehicle. It is the ability, okay, to adapt, comprehend, assess, and, redirect as necessary. Okay. Because I always tell you guys, the number one book I recommend you read is a book called Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Why? It's a 50-page book. So if you're going to homeschool your kid, I tell you, read that book. Okay. My dentist recommended that book, okay, in New Jersey. I think my dentist went to a public school system. Now, are you going to raise a dentist? Do you know dentistry work? Do you know the human anatomy? Guys, do you know that when you get a cavity, you get metal fillings? See, like a lot of people told me, like, there's metal in the vaccine. Well, when you get a cavity filled, there's metal in there, right? Okay, so it's like, what are you going to do when you get a cavity? Pull them out with pliers like we did 100 years ago? So, guys, I mean, I don't know, like, where we're going to, guys, everything, this is the world we live in, okay? It's like we live in a world where if you have a bad knee as a 70-year-old person, you get a metal knee. They put a metal plate sometimes right in the middle of your kneecap, right? So, guys, if you ever need a hip replacement or a knee replacement, metal is going in your body, right? So, I don't know if you guys are studying science, man. I think maybe you just like playing Xbox and you hate Bill Gates. I don't know why you hate Bill Gates invented Xbox. Okay, let's stay positive. All right, let's stay positive. You're right. Hal, I read that. Yeah, you were missed, brother. You're a positive person, man. And you got a lot of value. Twister, Sam, I have a coworker who was homeschooled by, oh God, here we go, by her Catholic parents. And she's super insanely hot. Well, that'll fuck your life up. And knows it. Well, she won't be hot forever. Then she'll just be with a homeschool degree. But Sam, in my 22 years, I don't think I have ever met a more insane psychopath. Well, that makes sense. Now, I don't know. There may be some very intelligent people. I want you to Google this. What's been like the biggest success story of a homeschooled kid? You guys Google it. I don't know. Was Bill Gates homeschooled? I don't think so. He quit college. So I don't know. Like, the only homeschooled person I know that was successful was an Amish person that built a RV. Yeah, that was it. That was the peak. Yeah. So I don't, guys, I don't know. Yeah, let's stay positive. I'll try. Twister, that's a good story. I hope this Wi-Fi coming in good, because this is a good one tonight. Pat, yes, the more remote you are, the more you need others' help. And you need to help others. It's very easy to accidentally die remote and alone. Yeah, now, Pat, that's a good comment. I mean, you have that actual experience of living in a country, and I appreciate you sharing that. My man, Hal, he did that custom member, dropped a mic emoji. Thank you, Hal. I appreciate that, brother. God bless you, man. You're very positive. I love it. I miss you when you're not here. Christina, Pat Go, you're right. I respect Pat Go. Got very nice country experience and very nice person. And I respect you too, Christina. Hal. My old coworker got an offer to a job he interviewed for. It only pays $17.50 an hour. It's part-time and no benefits. I asked him if he was going to take it. He said no, because no benefits. So now he's going to have no job and no benefits? That's not a wise decision, but that's my opinion. Hal also said, I don't know how people are not taking jobs, me neither, that are offered to them. Yeah, I mean, were you going to be destitute? Knowing unemployment is over next Tuesday. Yeah, guys, like I say, If the vaccine kills everyone, you're gonna have a lot. You thought unemployment was high now? Oh my gosh, you better get ready. You better start homeschooling your kids, okay? And your kids better know how to do everything, guys, because if the vaccine is faulty, guys, you're gonna see a whole nother dimension of this world. It's true. Uh, Pat Go. When we hiked remote Montana, my partner wanted to go back alone to get his phone. He left behind half a mile in grizzly country. I said no, we had to stick together in this rugged grizzly bear country. Pat Go, that sounds like Brokeback Mountain, brother. I mean, sister. Yeah, I don't know about that, Pat. See, that's how I make out I get the beach bungalow, man. Yeah, that sounds like Brokeback Mountain to me, bro. Nah, Pat Go, we can see that. I don't want, that's a little too much for me. I don't know about that one. I love you. Let's take positive. Hal, I understand the benefit part, but he has Metro Health Plus, so still has a medical insurance. The pay is what's stopping him. Yeah, I know some psychopath that did like 3 YouTube videos. They said, I don't want to take that job, it's not paying enough. And then they start eating out of a can. Hey guys, trying to make sense of that? I'll tell you right now, some people rather eat out of a can. Like I tell you, I looked at this panhandler today. I want to tell you a story. It's a real life story too. It just happened. I saw a panhandler today for 2 hours in 100-degree weather, walking the intersection of a highway trying to panhandle extra money from people who stop at a red light. They worked harder than someone in an air-conditioned gas station. Okay. And they made less. So guys, you got to work hard to make no money in this world. Okay. In a first world country, you got to damn near take a nap all day to not get no money. And I want to tell you, there's some people choosing that route. So I want to tell you guys, and they're not vaccinated either, I tell you. So guys, welcome to America, guys. This is the world we live in. I ain't lying about that. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's stay positive. Hal? He is not in a position to not take the job. He might as well take a nap. That unemployment is still keeping people from taking jobs. He has 3 kids. That's sad. I don't even laugh at that. That's one thing I always got to be thankful for. My mother and my father always worked, even when they got divorced. And I know a lot of hardworking parents, single parents and together parents, of all walks of life. And but it's sad. It's sad when people, they don't think about their kids, I've been blessed in that manner. My mom used to always tell me, she goes, Sam, once you have kids, you got to sacrifice for them. Obviously until they're a level of adults, and my father, even though he could be nasty, guys, he paid child support. He took, he took us on the weekends for a period of time. Like, my parents were there for me. And now, again, my parents were there for me, but I'm the only sibling that works. So I can't tell you that's an exact science, okay? So, and I'm not saying that to be a judgment on my sisters, but I have to share my testimony because a lot of people say, yeah, well, you've been fortunate to have parents. Well, yeah, my sisters did too. They're not doing that. So you don't tell me that matters either. So, it's like, guys, there's no exact science to life. You still got to do the work of your life. You know what I mean? So, that's why to me, like when someone starts to feed me that bullshit, I said, well, I hear you, but whatever. God bless. He goes, that unemployment is still, yeah, I read that. I'm sorry. He goes, yeah, 3 kids. That's no time to play. Yeah, he's playing games, taking a nap. I am just different from a lot of people around me. Well, Hal, you're a champion. I told you. Guys, champions are rare. Losers are common. I don't want to say losers, but guys, regular people, So, look. Why do well, look, I won't say that here. I want to stay positive. I just want to say if you show up and you stay positive, you are exceptional. You're above average. Like a lot of you guys, you measure your penis and you want to know if you're average or above or below. But it's like in life, if you show up consistently and you have an overall positive attitude, you're above average. A lot of you girls, plastic surgery is very accessible right now. You want tits, you want a fake ass, you want fake lips, you want makeup kits. But what I want to tell you is the same principle applies to you. If you show up and you're positive, you're going to figure out life. You're going to be above average. So if you really want to be above average, guys, my message is so simple. You have to be a psychopath to fuck it up. If you show up consistently, you stay positive, you go for a walk instead of taking a nap, you've changed your life. You're above average. I just homeschooled you. Guys, just pretty good stuff. I hate to say it. I'll take my thank you, Lord. Oh, Tony, what's up, brother? We got Tony in the building. Shout out to Canada, man. All right, let me go back to these live comments. Tony, I'm sorry, man. I got to go in order, man. I love you, Tony. Oh, we're almost at Tony. He goes, Hal, over the course of this year, I am definitely making my circle small and tight. That's how you got to do it. You're very wise, brother. Like I say, you're a champion, man. Tony, that's my brother. What's up, man? Proud of you, Tony, for not giving up last week. He goes, hello, good people. Tony, we love you. Very proud of you. Tony wanted to quit last week, but did he? Nope. Showed up. Been doing it for years now. I'm very proud of you. ESP, that's my girl from Alaska. I've been sitting here laughing. ESP, you've always been in the cut, but I thought about that today, ESP, like, I have had severed relationships online with some people who are really supportive, but they didn't fully get me. And I hurt them, and I'm sorry I hurt them. I know sometimes I may go a little far. But ESP, you kind of always have gotten me. Now, I'm not saying you owe me loyalty, and I'm not saying if I offend you, you got to stay with me, because I would never want to control someone. Actually, the people I've known that homeschool people, they're very controlling. I hate to say it. Let's stay positive. So let's read ESP's comment. She goes, I've been sitting here laughing. Laughter's good for the soul. Oh God. I was homeschooled for a good portion of my education. Well, you're the exception, maybe. So, but didn't you? I remember I was talking about Spanish one time. No, I was talking about Haiti. I was saying, like, growing up, I had a Haitian friend, because I wasn't homeschooled. I went to public school, so I had all types of friends. I had a guy today leave me a comment. He goes, well, you like living in Florida because you're white. This guy's never been to Florida. You know how many Haitians down here in Southeast Florida? This guy's got no idea. It's delusional, okay? So, one is, guys, this is what happens when you don't live life. So, growing up, one of my best friends was Haitian, okay? So, I remember when I was talking about, I don't know where I was in Delray Beach. Delray Beach got a lot of Haitians. And so I was trying to remember what my Haitian friend used to say, like to his family, like "ça passe" or something. And I remember I was saying it on live feed. And I said, who knows how to speak, they don't call it Haiti, it's a Creole. How do you speak Creole? And ESP was like, oh, ¿dónde estás? And I was like, ESP, that's Spanish. She was homeschooled. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we understand that too. I love ESP. You're very smart, though. Pat goes, laughing his ass off good. Tony, Sam, you better crack the window. Yeah, well, I got a lot of people around me. I try to respect my neighbors. But home base coming. Tony, Sam, you better crack that window. Yeah, I'm basically in a sauna right now. And take a hydration break, buddy. I love you, man. I appreciate you looking out. Looks like it's steaming, guys. This is what they paid me to sweat. I remember there was a strip club in New Jersey where you could pay someone to take a shower on stage. And so, guys, they paid me to sweat in my car. It's true. Thank you, Tony. Back up. 10 snowman's emoji for ESP. Yeah, Alaska's in the building strong. I didn't know that, man. But in Alaska, yeah, I don't know about the ESP. How's the public education system in Alaska? That I don't know. So, because it's like a rural land, country land. It's probably like very similar to Pat Grow, like growing up in a country. It's just like ice country. It's not like cattle. It's like bear, just different terrain. Tony says, Sam's car is steaming hot. Yeah, this is why my gay demographic, guys. You know my demographics. 76% of my viewers are men. Okay. Guys, I'm appealing to a lot of guys out there, okay? I only got 23% of people are females. Guys, I got pander to the gay demographic. If they're not gay, they're straight guys that like me. But that's a lot of guys, okay? 76% of my viewers are men? Damn! I hope the 23% of women look all right, okay? Let's stay positive. Oh, shit. Tony, yeah, my car is hot. Yeah, oh yeah. He goes, Sam's car is a steaming hotter, than a Latina MILF. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I saw a hot Latina MILF today, a hot young PYT Haitian girl. Very hot. And a hot blonde chick. Guys, there's such a good mixture down here in Florida. It's true. That's why I love it. And I'm in Southeast Florida, guys. Very diverse. Okay, maybe Tallahassee different. Southeast Florida, very diverse. Pago. Damn, Tony. Oh, did I skip some? Oh yeah. Oh, he said, it's Latin Mills Coochie. Good job, Tony. Yeah, that's right. That cooch. I like that cooch. I'm not gay, guys, but I got a lot of guys watching me. Pago. ESP. It's Labor Day, the first day and the last day in Alaska. Man, that sounds like Groundhog's Day. Yeah, like I remember, like it's like dark a lot of days in Alaska. Pat, damn Tony, that cooch. ESP. Pat, go. It's been full in Anchorage for 2 weeks now. Damn. Leaves are changing colors. Damn. Latina MILFs still changing their bikinis. I ain't mad at that. Thank you, Jesus. ESP. Thanks, Paco. ESP. The Anchorage School District, oh God, pays more per student than most schools in the U.S. But the students here rank at the lowest for all economic measures. That's interesting. Very poor public school system here. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how to break that down. Like I say, I know a lot of people, like they say they want to live in the old part of Florida because all the elitists came to Florida. But they want to raise their kids in the elitist section because the elitist section got the good school systems. So, I take what people say with a grain of salt. But that's interesting, ESP. I didn't know about that. I remember reading an article a few months ago. I think I told you that Alaska ranks the worst for business. But I think it's just mainly no one wants to live there. I mean, unless you're special as far as like you really like the cold weather. I mean, guys, you're basically living in Russia. Okay, that's where you're living. Like, if you look at the map, if you Google Maps Alaska, guys, you're basically living in Russia. Okay, that's like geographically. I'm basically living in the Caribbean. Yeah, guys, if you look at the map, I'm in the Caribbean. Okay? Alaska, ESP's in Russia. Okay, so guys, this is the world we live in. Okay, so all right, guys, I think I banged it out. I did the best I could. Thank you, everyone, for your gracious comments and super chats. Thank you. Thank you for clicking the thumbs up. Share the video. Leave a comment now or on the replay. And when in doubt, show up. When in doubt, shut up. As far as like when you're in public, keep your words simple and short because everything can get misinterpreted, misconstrued. And do the best you can. Like I say, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to homeschool you tonight. If you show up consistently, if you stay positive, stay out of trouble, okay, and if you go for a walk instead of taking a nap, you are above average. You're an elitist. Welcome to the club.